going to do an advanced core workout today. All you need is a mat, and you're gonna start lying down on your back. So we're gonna start with a nice little warm up here. I want you to lie all the way down, bend your knees so your feet are flat, and place your hands onto the sides of your ribs. We're just gonna start with some breathing, so take a deep breath in through your nose, and then an open mouth exhale. Let's take 4 more of the deepest breaths you can take. In through the nose. Fill the breath into the side ribs, into the back ribs. And then an audible exhale out through the mouth. Just 3 more. Feel the breath expanding into your hands, into the mat, and out through the mouth. Last 2. Staying relaxed in the upper body. Try to get all the breath out as you exhale. And last one, in through the nose. And exhale everything out. And then bring your arms out to a T, so out to the side. Your palms will face up to the ceiling. And bring your legs into tabletop. Gluing your legs together here. Glue your knees, glue your ankles. And start to drop both legs over to the left side of the room, keeping your right shoulder down the whole time. Starting to feel a little stretch. And then exhale to bring the legs back up through center. Let's take it to the other side. Drop both knees to the left. To the right, make sure your shoulder stays down on the left, and then bringing the knees back through center. Take your time as you alternate, getting as much range of motion as you can. Keep your shoulders down on the mat. This is so good here for your spine. Starting to get a little movement, lateral, spiral movement through the spine. And waking up the obliques a little bit. They're working to bring the knees back through center, trying to stay relaxed in the upper body with the palms up to the ceiling. We get a nice opening through the shoulders, through the chest. Let's take just 1 more. Last side. You're still squeezing your legs together. And then bring the legs back to tabletop, and they're going to stay there. So try to align the heels level with the knees over hips. Now take both hands to your thighs. So your hands and your legs have contact here. Now flex at your ankles and then push your hands as much as you can into your knees, but at the same time push your knees as much as you can into your hands. So you are creating this tension. You should be already feeling the connection, the deepest layer of your abs, maybe even shaking a tiny bit here. But it's up to you to keep this press, hands into knees and then knees into hands. You are creating the work, the tension, while keeping the neck long. And you're still breathing like we started class. Full breath in, full breath out. Now keep your left hand and knee pushing into each other. Reach your right arm and right leg out long so they're both hovering right above the mat. Hold the reach of the right arm and right leg. They're both straight. Push your left hand and left knee into each other. Again, maybe shaking a little bit, so much work to hold. Keep breathing. Now connect your right hand and your right knee together. Reach your left arm, reach your left leg. So they're hovering. Now you really have to push the right hand and knee into each other to feel the connection. Left arm and left leg are reaching so long. They're hovering, you're breathing. Now bring the left hand and knee in contact. Hold. All 4 are touching. All 4 is touching here. Your legs and your hands. Keep breathing, keep pressing. Now at the same time, reach both legs and both arms overhead. So we try to hover your legs, try to hover the arms, hold, connect, brace through the abs, breathe and reach. And then bring everything back center. Set your feet down, bringing the hands long by your side. So your palms will face the floor. Press your palms to the mat, open your chest. Take a deeper bend of your knees so your knees are right over your heels. We're going to set up for a glute bridge. So tilt your pelvis and lift your hips to the ceiling. You should be in a straight diagonal line from the knees down to the shoulders. Press your palms to the mat to open your chest. Make sure your glutes are doing the work to hold your hips high. Now tiny pulses of both hips to the ceiling. Your gaze is up to the ceiling. Your pulses are slow with your breath. Every exhale, you lift your hips just another inch. Your knees and your feet stay hip distance apart. They stay parallel. And one more. Hold your hips high. Reach both arms straight up to the ceiling here, above your shoulders. Continue pulsing your hips up. Little pulses. We have less support for our abs now that our arms are reaching high. Think about tucking your chin a little bit more to your chest. You'll get more length in the back of the neck. Are you still engaging your glutes to do all of the work to lift your hips? Hips stay level, knees are tracking in line with your hips. They're not opening too wide. Even weight between balls of the feet and heels, spreading your toes apart. One more to pulse up and hold. Now reach your arms all the way overhead. Palms will face the ceiling. Your arms are long on the floor of the mat. Continue pulsing your hips. So we're just getting more movement now through our shoulder. So we're getting shoulder mobility. Still less support for the core. It's like your knees are being pulled over your toes, heels being pulled towards your shoulders to add a little extra hamstring work with the glutes. Neck is still long. Last two to pulse your hips up. And just one more. Hold the hips nice and high. Get an opening for the front of the legs and hips. Keep your arms overhead and slowly roll down one bone at a time. Upper back, mid back, low back, and a neutral pelvis. Now both hands come behind your head and legs come to tabletop. So you can glue your legs together again, knees over hips, and then flex head, neck, and shoulders up. Now in the first flexion, just check that your abs are pulling flat to the side walls, not doming up to the ceiling, and then gaze towards your thighs. Let's tap your right toes down to the mat, and then lift the knee back over the hip. Let's take it to the left. Left toes tap down, and then lift back up. So with toe tap, we want the leg to stay in the 90-degree angle. That means that your knee and your thigh move away from your hip as your toes tap towards the end of the mat. Of course, you're breathing as you move. Really, that's the hardest part, being able to maintain the deep breath as we're engaging our abs. Let's take one more each side. And the next time your legs come to tabletop, hold them there. We're going to continue our toe taps, but add a twist. Tap the right toes down, twist to the left knee, and then come back through center. Tap the left toes down, twist to the right knee, and come back through center. Take your time so we get as much twist rotation through the torso as you can. Both hips stay down. Don't let them rock. They should stay level with each other. We have two more each side to twist. Hands are there supporting the weight of the head, the neck. Seeing if your pelvis can maintain neutral. Last one each side. Twisting ribs towards the hip. Last one. Come center and hold, gluing the legs together. Lift your shoulders a little bit higher. Extend your right leg all the way straight. Single leg reach. And then bend the right knee to tabletop. Left leg all the way straight. Gaze towards the thighs. And back to tabletop. Four more to reach. We're breathing. If you need to modify it, you can kick your leg more at an angle. The closer your leg goes to the mat, a little bit harder it becomes. You're still strong through the center. Two more each side. Abs always pulling flat. Don't let them dome up. One more each side before we add the twist. Now same thing with your legs. But extend the right leg. Now twist towards your left knee and come back through center. Extend the left. Twist towards the right and back center. Keep alternating, but of course you're keeping a nice pace, keeping control Remember, the goal is to find a little bit more oblique work now as we twist. The top elbow really reaches high to the ceiling to twist through the torso more. Legs stay inside the body frame so we know our hips are staying down. We have 2 more each side. Do you have your deep breath still? Last one each way. And then come center. Keep your legs in tabletop. Relax head, neck, and shoulders down. And then one more time to flex. Head, neck, and shoulders up. Hold the flexion. Glue your legs together. Both legs, toe taps down on the inhale. Exhale to lift. Just 4 more. Inhale to tap. Use your breath. We only tap the toes down if you can stay engaged. Otherwise, you can lower about halfway down, or even just a couple inches if that's where you can stay strong through the center. 1 more to tap. To lift, now legs straight up to the ceiling. Final variation. Both legs lower down on the inhale and lift the legs back to the ceiling. 4 more to lower, to lift. Last 3. Only go as low as you're still connected through the center. Last 2. Final one to lower. Lift straight up to the ceiling. Bend at your knees. Relax your head down. Relax your feet down. And then lengthen your legs out long on the mat. Legs about hip distance apart. Flex at your ankles. Lift your arms to the ceiling and then reach the arms overhead. We're going to take 1 roll up. Lift the arms. Nod the chin to the chest. Keep your heels down as you roll yourself up. Reach over your toes. Find a stretch in your spine. And then restack your spine, relaxing your arms down by your side. Now swing your legs around. We're coming to an all-fours position. Spreading your fingers apart. And your knees are going to be under your hips. Curl your toes onto the mat. Let's start with the plank variation by lifting your knees to a hover. So knees are just a couple inches off of the mat. You're gazing down between your thumbs, strong in your upper back. Now pike your hips to the ceiling. Pike your hips up and back, but keep your heels lifted and look at your knees. So we're really thinking about the belly lifting up and in. Abs still working. And then bend your knees back down to that hover, how we started. Again, 2 more times. So just pike your hips up and back, but keep your heels lifted. Look at your knees, so we're relaxed in the neck. Bend your knees back down, so they're hovering. Last one to pike your hips up and back. Lift your heels. Look at your knees. Bend your knees. Hold your knees at a hover. Neck is long, belly is lifted. Open your knees and your feet about 1 to 2 inches wider. We want a wider base for this. Take your left hand to your right shoulder. Shoulder tap. Set your left hand down. Right hand, left shoulder. Set it down. 2 more each side. We try to find our hips stabilized here. Not too much movement. Making the obliques work. 1 more each side. Once you're evened out, hold the hover of the knees. Now extend your legs straight back behind you. So we're in a full plank. Straight arms and legs. Open your feet wide. Mat distance apart. Left hand taps right shoulder. Set your left hand down. Right hand, left shoulder. Set the hand down. 2 more each side. Long neck. We try and keep the hips low, strong through the core. Are you breathing? Yes, once you're evened out, hold this plank. Your feet are wide. Bring your shoulders right over your wrist if they happen to shift back. Now jump your feet together and jump your feet wide. Jump together, jump wide. So we're taking these plank jacks. You can modify by stepping in, out, out. Let's take 5 more to jump in. 4, last 3, 2, next along, strong upper back. Next time you come to your plank, hold your plank so strong, and then gently bend and drop to your knees. Now I want you to lay all the way down on your stomach. Gonna get a little back extensor work, which is part of your core. So your feet, your legs about hip distance apart, arms reach overhead. Forehead can relax down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift everything up to a hover. Lift your chest. Lift your arms, lift your legs. Just hold this reach. Focus on the reach first. Soften your shoulders. Make sure we're not looking too far up. You want a nice long neck. Think head back, even chin down a little bit. Find your deep breath. You're protecting your low back. Think pubic bone towards the mat, hips towards the ribs. And then relax everything down. 2 more, just like that. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to lift up to a hover. Hold this lift, hold this reach through fingers, through toes. Once you found that nice reach, you lift a tiny bit higher. You're strong in your core. You're protecting your low back, neutral pelvis, and relax everything down. This is the final one. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to lift. Lift up, hold this last reach. Reach as long as you can, and then a little bit higher. Reach even longer, a little bit higher. One more time, a little longer, little higher. Stay for 5. Deep breaths to hold for 3. Your whole body is working to keep you here for 2. And then relax everything down. And then come back to all fours. So come right back to your hands and your knees. Spread your fingers apart. Reach your left leg long behind you. And then square your left hip to the mat. Reach your right arm overhead and soften your right shoulder. Now, a little bit of coordination required in this one. I want the right hand to go behind your head, so your right elbow is out wide. Keep your left knee as high as it is, but bend at your left knee, so you're kind of in a 90-degree angle. And then keep your hips square to the mat, lift your belly. Now I want your elbow and your knee to touch under your belly, so you have to round in your back to touch. And then open your elbow wide and lift your knee up to hip height, so it's that start position. Again, you're bending or curling, elbow and knee to tap, and then back to your start position. Take your time, keep your balance. 3 more to tap, and then back to start. 2 more to tap elbow and knee. Open back up. 1 more to tap. Elbow wide, lift the knee, hold. Go back to the reach of your arm overhead, the reach of the leg behind you. Soften the shoulders, square the hips, lift the belly, and then set your hand and your knee down. Perfect. Before we do the other side, kick your legs straight back behind you and hold. You're looking right between your thumbs. Bring your left knee to your left elbow. Hold it there. Left knee, left elbow. Bring your left knee to your right elbow. Hold it there. Okay, now just a little bit faster. Bring the knee back to the left and then back to the right. 3 more. To the left knee, to the right knee. So strong in your upper back for 2. 1 more. To both elbows. Bring it back to the left and then kick your legs, set your toes down, but hold your plank. Stay with me. Neck long, right knee, right elbow, hold. Right knee, left elbow, hold. Now a little bit faster. Back to the right. Cross the body. To the right, cross the body. Try not to go faster for 3. Even weight your arms for 2. Really twist through the ribs. 1 more. Bring it to the right. Kick your leg long. Hold your plank. And gently drop to your knees. Awesome. Okay, knees hip distance apart. We're on all fours. We're going to do the other side by kicking your right leg long first. Square your hip to the mat. Reach your left arm overhead and soften your shoulder. Left hand behind your head. Bend at the right knee, but your knee is high. Flex at your ankle. At the same time, let's take elbow and knee to tap under the belly, and then come right back to that start position. 4 more. Round in the back, lift the belly, and then open the elbow, lift the heel. For 3, again, try not to speed it up. There's so much to think about in this dynamic movement. 2 more. We're strong in our right side now to lift out of the right heel of the hand. Let's take 1 more. Last one to tap elbow and knee. Open the elbow. Lift the heel high. Now reach your right leg long. Left arm overhead. Lift the belly. And then set your hand and your knee down. Awesome. Let's come to a seated position. So you're sitting facing the front of your mat. And we're gonna balance here. So grab behind your thighs first and take a rounded, or find a rounded low back. C curve. And then bring your right leg up, your left leg up. So first we just wanna be able to balance on the tailbone. And then reach your arms out in front of your shoulders. So it's boat pose. We're staying here, but we're gonna make it a little bit harder by extending your legs out long and getting lower onto your low back. And then bend the knees towards the chest, start position. 4 more to reach. The legs get a little bit lower and then come all the way back through center. To modify, you don't have to go all the way straight. You don't have to go that low with your back. 2 more, whatever range you can stay strong and you can keep going. Think about the neck alignment. 1 more through center. Now we're back to where we started. We're gonna add a twist. So same way to start, extend. Now bend the knees, twist to the left. Fully twist to the left. And then back through center, your chest comes center. 4 more to bend, twist to the left. Back through center, legs stay glued together midline for 3. Stay slow in control for 2. And we have 1 more. 1 more. Hold this twist now. Stay twisted, last 5. Stay twisted for 4. Twisted for 3. Last 2. 1 more. 1 more through center. Now hold it, hold it. Come center with your chest. Relax your feet all the way down. Let's work that left oblique again by coming onto your left forearm. Left forearm, side plank. Legs will be straight. If you need a modification, bottom knee will be down. So either a straight legs or bottom knee down, but you're lifted out of your bottom shoulder. Take the top hand behind your head. Yes, your chest is open, but think front ribs to back ribs. We're still just holding and breathing our side plank. Now lift your hips to the ceiling for 5. It's a little lift for 4. Last 3. Are you breathing for 2? 1 more, and then hold your side plank. Add a rotation. Your elbow actually taps the mat. And lift the elbow up. Just 4 more to tap, to the lift. Last 3. For 2. 1 more. Hold this side plank for 5. 4, roll your top hip forward a little bit for 3. Front ribs to back ribs for 2. And gently drop your hips down. Come back to a seated position. We're going to even you out. So if you even want to swing around, actually maybe face the other side of your mat. And then round into your low back. And lift your feet. See if you can balance again. Once we feel balanced, you can reach the arms out in front of you. Now extend everything out long. So extend your legs and get lower in your roll down, and then bend the knees. Bring them towards your chest. 4 more. Try to stay in control, not momentum. And you're breathing. 3 more. Keep the neck long. Remember your modification. It's a smaller range of motion for 2. And 1 more. 1 more. Hold the start position. We're adding a twist. Extend everything long. Bend the knees. Twist to the right. Fully twist. Both arms on the sides of the legs. And then back center with your chest. Bend the knees. Twist to the right. Breathing for 3. Try not to speed it up here. For 2. And we have 1 more. Bend the knees. Twist. Hold the twist. Last variation, stay twisted as you extend and bend the knees. 4 more, keep the legs together. Last 3. Last 2. 1 more time, 1 more time. Bend, hold this twist. Keep gluing the legs together. Set the feet down, come center, okay? Onto your right forearm. Right forearm, side plank. We try and keep our hips stacked. Modify by sending your bottom knee down. And then take your top hand behind your head. So strong in your right shoulder girdle. Roll your top hip forward a little bit. And you're breathing front ribs to back ribs, strong core. Lift both hips to the ceiling just for 5. Think bottom oblique to lift up for 4. Lift up for 3. You're still strong in the right shoulder though for 2. 1 more to pulse. Hold your side plank. Add the rotation. Elbow to tap the mat. And lift up. Yes, 4 more. Full range to tap. Make sure elbow goes up to the ceiling. You're opening your chest. 3 more. You're still breathing. Deep breaths for 2. 1 more. Lift the elbow up. Hold this plank for 5. 4. 3. Strong shoulder oblique. 2. And gently drop the hip all the way down. Okay, swing your legs back to the front. Bend your knees, feet flat. Reach the arms straight out in front of you. Now find your half roll down. Tilt your pelvis. Make sure we didn't round in our upper back. Chest is open. Belly is drawing in. Lift your arms up overhead. 1 time. Make sure the neck didn't change. Neck is long. Now lower the arms down in front of your shoulders. Get 1 inch lower in your roll down. Hold. Lift the arms up 1 time. Keep the arms overhead so you feel the connection through the center. And then lower the arms in front of the shoulders. Last time. Get 1 inch lower. Hold. Lift the arms up overhead. Lower the arms down. Now get 1 inch lower. Get 1 inch lower. 1 inch lower. Try to control your roll down all the way down onto your back. Take a deeper bend of your knees. Deeper bend of your knees. And then hands come behind your head. Bring your legs to tabletop. Glue the knees, glue the ankles. This is our last series here that we're going to flex up. So lift head, neck, and shoulders. Find a neutral pelvis, abs pulling flat, elbows stay wide. Now, I want your legs to go straight up to the ceiling. Twist to the left. Reach your right hand, left pinky toe. Pulse up only for 5. Pulse up for 4. Really take your time here. Think about what you're doing. 1 more. Twist, reach, come back center with your chest. Right hand behind the head. Twist to the right. Left hand, right pinky toe. Lift up for 5. It's controlled. Left hip is down for 4. Keep the legs glued together. Reach through the toes for 3. You're twisting your ribs to your right hip for 2. 1 more to reach up. Come center with your chest, but keep your legs straight. Lower your right leg to a hover and twist to your straight left leg. Keep both legs straight. Scissor your legs and twist to the right leg. Again, legs straight. Scissor the legs and twist. Take your time here. No rocking of the hips as you twist and scissor. Don't think that just because you're going faster, you're going to get through quicker. I'm going to keep you here the same amount of time. So let's just make every twist count here. Get as much range as possible. We have about 2 more each side. Both legs stay active. We try to keep them straight if that's possible. 1 more each way. This time come center, both legs to the ceiling. Twist to the left. Reach the right hand up. Last 5. Reach up for 4. Think straighter, stronger legs. 3. Tailbone is down. For 2. 1 more to reach and twist. Come through center. Right hand behind the head. Twist to the right. Reach up for 5. Reach up for 4. 3. This is the last thing from your back. 2. Last one. Reach up as high as you can. Bend your knees, relax your head down, and relax your feet down to the mat. Lengthen your legs all the way long. Flex at your ankles. Reach the arm up and overhead. So we're still trying to brace through the center, strong through your core. 1 more roll up to transition off your back. Lift the arms, nod the chin. Slowly, it's going to be harder than the first one. Try to roll yourself up. Reach over your toes for a stretch. And then restack your spine. Okay, this is our last little series, our last plank series. So we're gonna swing our legs around to all 4s. I like to save
The hardest for last here, okay? So it takes a lot of focus to stay strong. Spread your fingers apart, and then kick your legs back behind you so you're in a plank with straight legs and straight arms. Think about your neck alignment. Think about the lift of the belly, the chest. Now, step your right hand out towards the edge of the mat, about 4 or 5 inches in front of you. Step your left hand out in front of the mat. Now, it's much harder if you keep your hips low and don't just pike them up. Now, step your right hand back to the start position. Step your left hand back to the start position. Hold. We have one more add-on. Maybe step your feet a little bit wider. I forgot that part of the setup. Feet a little wider because your right hand is going to tap your left knee, set it down. Left hand taps your right knee, set it down. Now step your right hand out, left hand out. Abs have to work when your hands are way out here. Bring the right hand back, left hand back. Now right hand to left, so you can actually lift your left foot off of the mat. Other side. Left hand right knee, lift the right foot up. Hold your plank. We have 2 more like that. Step right hand out, left hand out. Keep your hips low. Right hand back, left hand back. Right hand, left knee, set it down. Left hand, right knee, set it down. Last time. Step your hand out, out, back, back. Right hand, left knee, tap. Ooh, I lost control there. Left hand, right knee, tap. Hold this plank, hold this plank. Step your feet together. Just 5 plank jacks. Hips are low. Open, close for 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold your plank. We're done after this for 5, 4, 3, 2. Gently drop down to your knees. Come to a sitting position. You can face your screen. You can bend your knees, cross your legs. If it feels better to sit up on a pillow, you can do that. If your hips are not happy in this position. And then take the hands behind the head. Just get a little bit more movement through your spine. Start with a side bend to the left. Take a nice deep side bend, stretching the right side body. And then come back center, shoulders over your hips. And then to the right, lateral flexion. Right elbow down, left elbow high. Stretch your left side body. And then come back center, shoulders over hips. Now add a twist to the left. So your elbows go to the front and the back. Twist your chest to the side. Try and sit a little taller and come back through center. Now to the right. Twist, rotate to the right. Sit a little taller, twist deeper, and then come back center. Now we're going to take one big full circle in each direction. Start by side bending to the left, and then flex and round forward. So flex forward like you're dropping your chin to your chest. You're rounding in your back. Open your chest now to the right, and then full extension. So start to roll back where you look up to the chest. You open your chest to the ceiling, holding. Now to the right, roll lateral flexion to the right, and then really round and flex forward, chin to chest. Take this slow as you start to open out to the left. One more nice extension, so roll back, open your chest, gaze to the ceiling. Now bring your shoulders back, stacked over your hips, so sit as tall as you can. Reach your arms to the ceiling. Grab the right wrist, reach up and over to the left side, bend one more time. And then come up through center, switch your grip. Reach up, reach over to the right, nice deep side bend. We're trying to take a deep breath into the left lung, ribs. And then come back, center. Separate your hands here, reach nice and high. And then slowly relax the arms all the way down. Such a good job. That was not an easy class, but I hope you enjoyed.